This little boy was being bullied. When the shark saw that, it rushed to break the glass. The boy raised his arm and the shark immediately calmed down. When he opened his eyes, they suddenly turned yellow. After that, all other fish swam toward him. It turned out that this boy had the ability to communicate with sea creatures. He's Arthur, whose father was a lighthouse keeper. In a stormy night, he rescued a woman on the shore, who was a bit weird. She was wearing a white armor and holding a scepter. When she was hungry, she picked up the fish in the tank and ate it. "If you're hungry, I'll cook for you." She turned out to be Atlanta, Queen of Atlantis. She escaped her family and fled her arranged marriage in Atlantis. Being together for a long time, the two gradually fell in love. Not long after that, they had a son named Arthur. A little family full of happiness. However, danger was coming to them. The underwater army had found her. For the sake of her family, Atlanta decided to return to Atlantis. Since his childhood, Arthur had never been normal. He could communicate with sea creatures and easily breathe in the water. His mother sent him Vulko, a teacher who trained and protected him. When Arthur grew up, the teacher told him the truth. In fact, after returning to Atlantis, his mother got married to King Orvax and gave birth to a prince. After that, the king discovered Arthur's existence. Because of jealousy, he lost his mind and sent Atlanta to a monster. Hearing so, Arthur was very angry and threw the trident at his teacher. From then on, they didn't meet each other again. Years after that, a group of pirates took control of a submarine. Their leader was very cruel. He killed the captain and many other people. Suddenly, the submarine shook. Someone pushed it to the surface of the sea. That's grown-up Arthur. He now wasn't only strong, but he was also very determined. Very quickly, Arthur cleared up the pirates and rescued the crew members. He always wanted to live a peaceful life. But there were many people who wanted to pick quarrels with him. Can we take some pictures? When Arthur and his father were driving home, a tremendous wave appeared on the sea. It rushed to the shore and swept the car away. Arthur was thrown out of the car. He hurriedly found his father. At this time, a great power appeared, isolating the water. A beautiful woman walked out from the wave. She helped him find the car and saved his father. She's Mara, an Atlantis king's daughter. She came to ask for Arthur's help, because ORM was planning for an attack on the surface world. He was gathering an underwater army. Thousands years ago, sea creatures used to live on the mainland. They had advanced technology. But the king wanted to pursue a greater power. So he ordered to make a golden trident. His greed caused a disaster. Because of having an enormous power, the trident destroyed the entire Atlantis. The ocean swallowed everything. The whole Atlantis sank into the bottom of the sea. However, this mystical power brought another power. They divided into 4 kingdoms. Some evolved into modern humans, while some turned into cruel creatures. And now they united to prepare for an attack on the land. In fact, for many years, humans kept throwing garbage into the water and polluting the marine environment, threatening sea creatures' life. The new king thought that human had declared the war first. So he summoned a tsunami to return all the garbage to human. He also gathered all the sea creatures for an attack on mainland to destroy the surface. In order to prevent the war, Arthur came to his teacher Vulko, who told him that, if you want to save mankind, you must find the legendary golden trident. He also gave Arthur an ancient object and a map describing the trident's location. Suddenly, ORM's men rushed in. They were very crowded. Only Mara and Vulko managed to escape. And Arthur was knocked out. When he regained consciousness, Arthur saw Atlantis' new king, and also his half-blood brother, ORM, who blamed him for their mother Atlanta's death. He offered Arthur an opportunity to leave forever. But Arthur challenged him to a duel in a ring of underwater lava. Arthur had spent most of his life on the mainland, so he could no way defeat ORM. ORM gained the upper hand and nearly killed Arthur. At this time, Mara arrived to rescue him. The two then escaped in a submarine and were chased by countless soldiers. Not long after that, the submarine was shot down. After falling into magma, they hurriedly hid inside a whale. After that, Arthur communicated with it and asked for help. The whale then took them to the shore. According to the map, they journeyed to the fallen kingdom of the deserters. But their way to land was a bit weird. In the desert, they too started to search for the golden trident. They then were led to an ancient temple. Mara used the sweat on Arthur's forehead and managed to unlock a holographic message. That's the first Atlantis king who created the golden trident. He gave them another map, which led the two to Sicily, a beautiful town in Italy. This place was very peaceful. Mara really liked it. Not long after that, they discovered a new clue. And the seed of love also gradually sprouted. Suddenly, an armored army arrived and attacked them. They were wearing high-tech armors and had great power. Arthur could hardly fight them. On the other side, a soldier caught Mara. She took a chance and destroyed his armor. Without water, he couldn't breathe. This guy then found a toilet and immediately put his head into it to breathe. Arthur slowly stood up, he picked up the iron balls and threw them at the leader. The two followed the new clue and came to the golden trident's location. On the way, they were attacked by sea monsters. Arthur held a glow stick and jumped into the water. Countless monsters surrounded him. They had been living in the water for a long time and feared a fire. Then the two managed to escape. Suddenly, they encountered another group of sea monsters. The light went out, sea monsters rushed toward them. At this time, a blue light flashed. Arthur and Mara rushed in. After a while, everything was swept away by the power. Mara fainted and was on the verge of being eaten by a monster. Someone swam past and saved her. That person turned around. Arthur was extremely surprised, that's his mother. After many years, they finally reunited, the two hugged each other. In fact, after being sent to the monster, she had luckily survived and escaped to this place. Those who wanted to escape from this place had to take the golden trident. And the trident was being protected by a monster. Only the Real King could have the approval of the monster. For the sake of his family and mankind, Arthur determinedly stepped in. This place is Atlantis, the sunken kingdom. Arthur saw the first king holding the trident. It was very beautiful and glowing. He approached to take it. Suddenly, a giant monster turned up. Arthur was thrown away. At the critical moment, Arthur proved his worth. The monster was very surprised. You can understand me? Only the Real King can understand what I say. The monster gave Arthur a chance. He stepped forward and grabbed the trident. An enormous power entered his body. Aquaman was born. In another development, ORM attacked the Atlantean kingdom of the fishermen. This was the last step before uniting the four kingdoms and attacking the surface world. The fishermen was a group of lower organisms. Confronting the high-tech army, they could hardly fight back. Very quickly, the fisherman king surrendered. When he was about to be killed, Arthur arrived with a giant monster. Returning from death, he showed his power, summoning the underwater army. A great war began. Both sides suffered heavy loss. Arthur lured his brother to the surface. They had a battle again, but this time was on the surface. Arthur had the trident and the ocean master's power. He gained the upper hand. Arthur won, but he had no intention of killing ORM. At this time, the mother appeared. Hearing her advice, ORM gave up the hatred in his heart. Arthur's kindness and bravery conquered everyone. He became a new ocean master. This movie has great visual effects. But what makes me have to consider is the protection of marine environment. Because human existence and development strongly depends on the oceans. Okay, it's the end of the video. Please like and follow us. See you next time.